to red flag the event. They're going to stop the field, restart the race, and try and settle it.
Green flag, green flag.
If they don't get by Jeff Gordon before they come around the next time, they will not pass it. And Michael
Waltrip. Jeff Green is involved.
Jeff Gordon spinning down the inside.
Gordon is in the grass. They're racing for the lead at the head of the pack, double wide.
Sterling was laying back. Now all these guys back here are jamming up because some of these guys laid back before the restart.
Michael Waltrip hit by Mark Martin.
Rusty Wallace is involved.
Watch Waltrip almost go by the pace car here. And Robert Presley's car being pushed on pit road.
Man, pace car gassed it right there at the last second. Okay, go ahead, Alan.
Now watch the yellow line on the... No, you won't see it. Well, there we will.
Yeah, he was down there. Jeff does a pretty good job down on the ground. Sterling Marlin is jumping out of his car. He's going around to look at the right front fender. But, oh, he can't do that.
You can't work on your car under the red flag. That's the NASCAR rule.
Pull it off a little bit.
You're not allowed to work on your car under the red flag.
Remember, he has not raced since the Daytona 500. This is a very hot day. Bodine, an incredibly heroic effort just to still be in the car. They were looking for some. There's a caution on the speedway.
Mark Martin's car cannot make it back to pit road. That draws the caution. We will get this race restarted, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. will bring them to the caution flag.
And we're inside 10 laps to go, so it will be a single file restart.
Thank goodness for electronic scoring transponders. I would hate to have to sort out that run to the line to give you a restart order.
Boy, it can hurt. I mean, you can warp a valve. There's so much heat in these little engines. You can warp a valve. You can have all kind of mechanical things happen.
You see the red flag displayed there. All the cars, this is on the back straightaway. Cars are stopping, as Mike said, no work anywhere, not on the racetrack, in the pits or in the garage.
Sterling, stay in your car.
Jeff Green didn't run a lot of it, but I think he ran enough that he learned something, was able to convey it to his crew chief, Todd Barrier, make that car better for tonight. Steve Burns.
Hey, Larry Mack, Jeff Green just told Todd Barrier the race car, as caution comes out, the race car is very good in turns 3 and 4, but rain's starting to come out now.
Well, the key will be, can we keep the heat in the racetrack and keep this water from accumulating and turning that gray asphalt to black, to shiny black, which would indicate that we've lost the racetrack. Welcome back to Richmond, where the field has been brought down pit road, and when the last car comes to a halt, the red flag will be displayed. We're going to stop this race for rain. Hopefully this will be a short shower, as we thought it was all moving to the northeast, and it was, and now it's all moving to the southeast, and hopefully it will move on out of here and we can continue this race. A hard crash at the end of the pit wall. Robby Gordon has run into the inertia barrier and come to rest at the end of the concrete wall.
And what all the water is, this is water barrels filled with water to keep from hitting the end of that pit wall.
Yeah, those are water barrels, and that's concrete.
There you see Robby Gordon.
Whoa.
You see all the water.
Yeah. It's, you know what happened? He was probably coming around there, and they told him to pit, and he tried to turn down into the pit lane and was going too fast.
Now from Kenny Schrader. Oh. So we're under a red flag with 88 laps to go.
About 2/10 a lap.
It is Sadler in turn 2.
And the caution is out. Caution is out.
But everyone on the lead lap has made their pit stop, so this should not change things up too much.
He just come out, I think it's like we said, see, he's still up, I think he's still up in 3rd gear.
Yeah, he had not come to high gear yet, exactly.
He just got that debris all over his tires trying to get out of the pits in a hurry.
He's very lucky he didn't hit anything. They're going to get all the cars slowed down. We will see a red flag guaranteeing us a green flag finish.
Oh, trouble! Steve Park is off into the infield. Another car valve over on his lid. It's Parkindale Jr. Terrible crash.
There's Steve coming out of there.
There he is.
There we go.
Good sign. That's what we wanted to see.
Anyways,
what happens is you slide up the racetrack and you can hit somebody in their left rear as you slide up the racetrack with your right front. And that's almost what it looked like. That one car just turned dead sideways.
Well, what a great shot that is. Teammates walking away from a crash like that, arm in arm.
The Pennsylvania 500 presented by Pep Boys is about to be red flagged. The hard crash between turns 1 and 2 with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Steve Park and Rusty Wallace involved has damaged that inside guardrail and is going to need some repair work before the race can safely resume. Here's another look at it. This one at full speed.
Yeah, this is just amazing how violent this crash looks. There again, it's a credit to the cars on how much protection there is around these cars right now.
You hear all the spotters and the crew chiefs talking to their drivers, and you see the caution flag. Rain here at Pocono brings out yellow flag number 2.
Well, first of all, if you're loose getting off a 3 or you're pushing off a 3 and the guy you're following isn't, he's going to look like he's got 100 more horsepower.
Because if you can't go all the way down with the accelerator to the floor, you know you're not going to use all the horsepower you have.
I'd like to see, I'm glad to see that somebody else uses hand motions when they're talking on the radio in their car. Like, yeah, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Ricky was doing that. I've done that before, and now I go, why am I doing that? He can't see my hands.
Check out that white car at the head of the field, who did not pit under the caution. That is Morgan Shepherd, leading a Winston Cup race for the first time since June 1st of 1997. Wow. Isn't that great?
Berlin City.
Crash on the track.
Wow, big time crash.
Kenny Wallace. Now they'll come back to the caution with 3 laps to go. This is probably going to be the race to the finish here. Remember, 4 laps or more is kind of the rough spot for NASCAR in using that red flag. We'll see what happens here at Watkins Glen. Yes, that is in turn 1.
Look at the Zippo sign.
Yes. Zippo's a brand of lighters.
Thank you, Alan.
Well, not everybody might know that.
Oh, off the ground.
No brakes at all coming in there.
Man.
Still nicer to hit in those foam than walls.
And we saw Terry Labonte with the left front of his car torn up.
Yep. Coming out of the carousel.
How's the left front tire flat, and
he decided he didn't want those cones there anymore.
And that flat tire is coming apart, just tearing the fender off the car.
And they've stopped the race. There you go. Red flag is out with less than 3 laps to go. Now, you know, NASCAR does not have that hard and fast rule about when they will and when they won't use the red flag. Well, Steve Park's done for the day.
And there the golden Benny goes.
But let's talk about...
What a nice ride he's getting.
There's the 88 car to his inside, to Terry's inside. Oh, trouble. Hard into the wall. Oh, 2 more behind him.
Jimmy Spencer.
And the point leader, Sterling Marlin. Jeff Burton, Spencer, and Sterling Marlin are all crashed. All right, this is what we have of the accident. That was part 1. Then behind them, the other 2 crash.
Wow. Long way behind him.
All right, the field is being stopped on pit road. They're going to red flag race because there's quite a bit of cleanup that needs to be done inside 3 and 4. Mikey in the 15th is, in the 15 rather, is 16th.
Am I seeing raindrops on Rusty's camera?
Yes, you were.
Yeah, weather is very much threatening the racetrack.
A few raindrops on our camera lens.
There's one. I was hoping it was a bug, but...
And some of the NASCAR, caution is out for rain. Caution for rain. Some of the NASCAR spotters monitoring their radio channel, calling in from around the track, saying there's a couple of drops in 1, a couple of drops in 3, and now there's a couple of drops everywhere. And they are going to bring the field down and park them under the red flag.
See, Mike Helton was listening to me.
I don't think he's taking your advice. He would be wise to on this particular issue. So they're going to stop them. The fans are reaching for the umbrellas and the raincoats, and the concession stands are about to get busy here. And we are going to cover them up.
Not for any abuse on our stuff, man. We babied that thing all weekend. Never turned it any RPMs or whatever, so it just made up its mind it wasn't going to go that far, and it didn't. Thank you, Mark.
Mark Martin out, caution flag out. Multicar accident, turns 3 and 4.
That's
Jeremy Mayfield, Ricky Rudd, Johnny Benson's in it, and Jimmy Spencer. And we are under the red flag with 5 laps to go. And another look. They got this covered from all angles.
Looks like Benson would have got away with it if Jeremy was there.
Wrong place, wrong time for Jeremy and Ricky.
Well, let's try. Surely one of these cars has an onboard camera. We can see the wreck. Huh. Jeremy Mayfield.
He almost cleared it. I don't like that sound.
What do you think about that, BP?
Caution. Hang on. Caution for rain. Raindrops in turn 2.
No.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Alan. Tell us something else. Tell us there's a hot dog wrapper over there.
I wish I could.
There it is on the camera lens of Michael Waltrip's car.
That's what they were seeing.
Oh. Well, doggone.
Not too good. It's not good news here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. The NAPA 500 about to go under the red flag. You see the crews being allowed to cover up their pit boxes and the cars coming in to be covered as well. We are going to stop this thing after just 26 of the scheduled 325 laps. Primetime Top 25 college football returns to TBS Saturday night starting September 14th with the Big 12 and Pac-10 conferences. It's big play Saturday on the Superstation.
Better look out.
Get out! Get off the track, Bill! Go!